British cinema owes a huge debt to both Mike Leigh and Ken Loach for exporting this kind of vision of Britain and British cinema over the last 20 years. I mean, those two have dominated Cannes. I mean, 17 appearances between them, and plus 2 Palme d'Or victories.
Ah! Sir John Saul.
J.M.W. Turner Esquire.
As I live and breathe.
My dear friend.
Turner's part of our culture, and I've always loved the stuff since I was an art student in the 60s. But discovering about Turner, the personality, I suddenly thought this is a potential character in a Mike Leigh film. And obviously, what he painted was very cinematic.
Make a fine subject for you to paint.
Oh, is that so? I shall cogitate upon it.
What's fascinating about him is he's flawed. You know, he is absolutely likeable and unlikable. That's how you can only view him. But as always with my films, my job is to give it to you, but not to resolve it.
Why on earth would he go and do that? He's ruined a masterpiece.
And of course, I've got this great mutton-chopped, growling, animalistic performance by Tim Spall as Turner himself, kind of growling with the paint, painting it, grunting, getting his fingers dirty, spitting at the canvas. It's a tremendously physical performance.
By the time I finally got round to confronting who it should be, it seemed obvious that he's a Londoner, and he brings to it a sense of a Cockney London. He's read a lot of Dickens. He understands the 19th century, you know. I just knew that his sensibilities would be right for the character.
I believe you to be a man of great spirit and fine feeling.
Turner was a fabulous film by Mike Leigh, beautifully shot by Dick Pope, his regular cinematographer, and summoning up a kind of Dickensian caricaturist spirit that's always been in Mike Leigh's work.
Exceedingly beautiful. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Turner.
What will you do with yourself, Jimmy?
Well, I'll settle back down with Mam, and I've missed the land. I want a quiet life now.
Oh, I take bets on that.
Character Jimmy Grelton. I mean, although he's a very political character, but he was also one full of great mischief. His secret weapon that he brought back from New York was the gramophone records. You know, and what he brought back was jazz and blues. I mean, he brought back Paul Robeson. You know, and we heard stories of people cycling 35 miles to hear, you know, the latest music. And I think we all need that free, safe space.
Where we can think, talk, learn, listen, laugh and dance. It brings out the best in us. Don't be frightened.
How do you protect, like, ideas? How do you protect the rights of people to enjoy themselves and how they see fit? How do you deal with alternative views of society? The whole was suppressed by an alliance of organised religion and the rich and powerful.
Education is the exclusive reserve of Holy Mother Church, not semi-illiterates.
Don't patronise me.
No, he lived through the Roaring Twenties in the United States. He saw the Depression of 1929. Rings just as true now after the crisis of 2007. You know, the massive, you know, shock to the European economy. And Ireland, it rings particularly true because there's this bubble of greed and self-deception based in a system that was exactly the same as 80 years ago.
We need to take control of our lives again. To live and to celebrate. To dance as free human beings.
When I watch a Ken Loach movie, I suddenly come out, Vive la Revolution, long live the workers. It brings a spirit with it every time, and I think that that is indomitable. I think it's crucial to our cinema, and I think that if this is his last feature film, we're going to be losing someone with a unique and important, vital voice in cinema. People will be inspired by these two recent films by Mike Leigh and Ken Loach. It's interesting that they're both period films. They're both kind of here with kind of essays on the past, but what we're looking to really for British voices is the future.